Some of the highlights where the Warriors were fired up early on, but also Notre Dame came to play, and the Fighting Irish would draw first blood. On their second possession, Jimmy Clausen finds Kyle Rudolph with his nose so bright. This play good for 28 yards in the first down, and then a few plays later, Robert Hughes caps off the drive from a couple yards out, stomping into the end zone. That makes it 7-zip Irish early on. To the second quarter now, Notre Dame back on the march, and again, Jimmy Clausen, what a night he had. Scrambling, looking to the end zone, finding a wide open David Grimes for one of 5 TD passes on the night, 14-zip. Later in the second quarter, Hawaii finally begins to get its groove. There's the catch over the middle by Aaron Bain. And then the quarterback, the big guy himself, Greg Alexander, decided to keep it on the ground, tucks it in, and barrels his way down to about the 10-yard line for a key first down. That sets up the short pass play to Aaron Bain. Watch him shed off the tackler and dive into the end zone for the touchdown. Hawaii trails at 14-7, but the celebration would be short-lived because Clausen looking deep again, hooking up with Golden Tate. He goes 70 yards for the touch. The Fighting Irish, 21-7. They would tack on another touchdown to lead it 28-7 at the half. Doesn't get much better in the long run. Hawaii put up a couple touchdowns, but 49-21 the final. Brian Ojima will join us a little bit later with more highlights of the game plus post-game reaction. That's later in this newscast.
And of course, the Warriors wouldn't have made it this far if it was not for the support of their fans. Diehards have been there through all the ups and downs this season, and they definitely showed up for the biggest game of the season. K5's Leland Kim was there for the excitement before the game.
Hey guys, there are at least 4,500 fans here. Most are UH fans like the ones behind me. So obviously, this is the tailgate party of the year. Fans storm Aloha Stadium for the biggest game of the season. Who's going to win today?
Warriors! Guaranteed, but it's going to be a great game. We love Notre Dame.
It's going to rain on them. We're going to rain on them tonight.
It's green everywhere, but today it's ND. It's ND today.
Kimchi!
How many shoujus did we have?
Stuffing!
On the field.
Green beans!
And it wouldn't be a tailgate party without some Ono food, and there's plenty of that. Everything from traditional stuff like turkey and ham to Korean barbecue and kimchi. Warriors fans outnumber their Notre Dame counterparts, and the most diehard UH fan could be Malcolm Kia, a season ticket holder from Kona who never misses a game.
Every single game, including the Sugar Bowl we went to last year. Yeah, so we're diehard fans for the Warriors.
His son Micah, who plays football for UCLA, flew in as well.
A lot of excitement. I know a bunch of guys on the team, so I'm rooting for them.
So who's the most diehard Notre Dame fan? It could be Roger Escutia.
Notre Dame, baby! Woo!
He's rooting for the Irish even though he goes to a different school.
I go to Purdue University and I love Notre Dame. I went to the Purdue Notre Dame game. Notre Dame.
And for season ticket holders like Ryan Gonzalez and Brian Enomoto, they're just glad they have one more game to go to.
It's pretty awesome that we just actually made it to a bowl game this year, considering everything that went on in the offseason. We're just happy to be here, and we're just really happy to have a quality opponent in Notre Dame.
Unbelievable. I can't believe Notre Dame actually chose to come down. It's a great experience. It should be unbelievable.
And as far as predictions, many think UH is going to take it. How many touchdowns?
At least 3.
1.
3. Okay, 3. Come on, 3. Okay, 3.
Leland Kim, K5 News.
Well, for the first time since 1997, Hawaii faces off against Notre Dame. This is undoubtedly a big game for both teams, but maybe more so for the Fighting Irish, who have lost a record 9 straight bowl games dating back to 1994. To Aloha Stadium we go. First quarter, no score. Irish on the move right here. Jimmy Clausen, plenty of time over the middle to Kyle Rudolph. All the way to midfield. That sets up Robert Hughes' 2-yard touchdown run as the Irish take the early 7-0 lead. The Irish defense stepping up big as they always do. Greg Alexander dropping back right here. Can't find anybody. And he gets sacked. One of 8 sacks on the day for the Irish. Notre Dame back on the attack on offense. Clausen over the middle to Golden Tate. And he had a big game today. That sets up Clausen as he's going to roll out right here. Plenty of time. And he hits David Grimes for the 14-yard touchdown. Irish lead 14-0. The Warriors finally put a drive together in the second. Alexander scrambling right here. Can't find anybody. so he tucks it himself, gets the first down at the 10-yard line. That sets up the Warriors' first score as Alexander rolls out and hits senior Aaron Bain for the touchdown. Check out the nice effort, the dive. UH down 14-7. Cue the music, not for the Warriors though, but for the Irish, because they were on point right there. Clausen, play action, going deep to Golden Tate, 69 yards on the touchdown. Notre Dame takes a 21-7 lead and a 28-7 lead at the half. Move to the third. Irish leading 35-7. Hawaii finally moving the football. Alexander over the middle to Michael Washington, making people miss. And that's going to set up Alexander to Aaron Bain. He escapes a few tacklers right here. A little move right there and dives into the end zone. Bain finishes with 8 catches for 109 yards, but it's not enough because Armando Allen was simply off the hook. Takes the ensuing kickoff, makes a few people miss, and he's off to the races, folks. 96 yards for the touchdown. This one not even close. Notre Dame wins this one in a rout, 49-21. Jimmy Clausen and Golden Tate, your co-MVPs for Notre Dame, while Aaron Bean is the MVP for Hawaii.
Their offense had a lot of big plays that they made, and they had a lot of, long plays for touchdowns. But, regardless of how they score offensively, we got to be able to score more than 14 points. If we score 14 points, we're going to lose every game we play.
I would like to, go out with a win, and I know this whole team, we wouldn't like nothing more than just go out with a victory against Notre Dame. But, we just didn't play. We just didn't play like we could have, and today they're better than we were.
So no doubt a disappointing loss for Hawaii as they finished the season 7-7. But congratulations to all the seniors on this team, including players like Aaron Bain and Adam Leonard, who saved their best for last. One bright spot, the Hawaii Bulls set a new record for attendance, something to build on for next year. That is Sports Dash. Back to you.
Entered the game looking for their 4th straight Hawaii Bowl victory today against Notre Dame, but the Irish came to the islands with streak-snapping intentions, ending an NCAA record 9-game postseason losing streak. Golden Domers were led behind their sophomore quarterback, Jimmy Clausen. Nation's top recruit coming out of high school in 2006, showed the Halava crowd just why. Logging a Notre Dame postseason record, 401 yards passing and 5 touchdowns, connected with fellow second-year wideout Golden Tate for 3 of those scores. Tate with a game-high 6 catches for 177 yards, 49-21 the final. Tate and Clausen named co-MVPs as the Warriors finished the season 7-7 in the first year under a head coach, Greg McMacken.
When you go to a bowl game, you go to win. I honestly thought the game would come out different, but they jumped on us. We missed some plays. We didn't make some plays. They did. But today, Notre Dame was better than us.
There's a lot of things that went into it. They did a great job in defending our routes in the secondary and the underneath coverage. And that kind of factored into the pressure. And they were bringing, at least 6 every time. So, they had going in, they had a good game plan.
Again, 49-21 the final. Warriors fall to 3-2 all time in the Hawaii Bowl, 5-4 in bowl games overall. Later in sports, we'll have more highlights and reaction from both the Warriors and Fighting Irish.
Okay, thanks, Rob.
You're
See
welcome.
you in a little while. The day started early for Warrior football fans as thousands sat in traffic to get a good parking spot for tailgating festivities. Even though UH did not win the game, festivities continued through the night. KITV's Jody Leong has that.
For most Warrior fans, it's not about winning or losing. It's about the celebration surrounding the big game. Tents, tables, and food popped up all over the parking lot in the dark, even after the Warriors were soundly beaten by the Fighting Irish. Some fans started their post parties early. I noticed you were out here at the top of the 4th.
Yeah, we figured they wouldn't be able to make up 6 touchdowns in the last quarter.
I thought Hawaii would make a better showing. I was a little disappointed. I thought it would be a really close game.
I thought it was terrible. I thought maybe we would have some chance. That's how it goes.
And they made it to the bowl.
Yeah, they made it to the bowl. That's good. A winning season for them.
And that was reason to celebrate.
This is the best part of doing this, coming to the game, having this with the family.
Others console themselves with Christmas Eve feasts in the middle of the stadium parking lot.
The food helps the pain of the loss to subside. And so this is our therapy after the game. But we still love the Warriors. Go Warriors.
Over at the Kala'aukahi's tailgate, little Ka'eo in his sponge shoulder pads had some big commentary on the game.
I expected Hawaii not to be blown back, but at least close, down by a touchdown.
Are your shoulder pads wilted?
Yeah.
but Kaeo's warrior spirit was not.
God, eat that! God, eat that!
Reporting from Aloha Stadium, Jody Leon, KITV4, Island Television News.